that looks real good. Oh yeah. Beautiful. Okay, so I'm ready to make my trim. I got a little bit left over from something I made a few years ago. I think it may have even been from Sue's thing. You can see how oxidized it is, but that's enough to band a few pieces of the drawers. And but I've got some hard maple that I'm gonna mill up next, and we'll see how to do that. We'll mill. My drawing calls for 30 linear feet of this trim, which is slightly less than 3/8 of an inch, 9 millimeters. Alright, I'm going to make my trim right now for all my banding, and my calculations show that I have 30 linear feet to make. And this board of 8/4 hard maple, which I found out of my wood rack, is going to do just the ticket. It's slightly more than 6 feet long, and I can get 2 pieces out of each width of this. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to joint this face. This face is already, you know, pretty straight here, but I'm not really worried about that. I'm going to joint this edge on the joiner, and then I'm going to go over to my bandsaw, my Resaw bandsaw, and I'll have one smooth edge on it. Then I'll rip off a little bit, slightly more than the thickness of the trim, just enough to be able to pass it one time through my thickness planer to net out my final dimension. You could use your table saw instead of the bandsaw, but I have this Resaw bandsaw, so I'm going to use it. It cuts so efficiently and so aggressively, and it only cuts a 1/16 of an inch kerf versus a table saw, which cuts a lot more, and a table saw is going to have a lot more dust and probably smoke and hard maple. And so you can see first of all that I've got this arrow. This is left over from the last time that I did it. That means that my planer should cut like this, and so I need to keep these marks throughout this process, because that's going to help me with my passing the material through the machines to make sure that I'm not going to have any blowout. I did a pretty full demonstration of how to mill lumber and did a blog post on it on my website, so you can refer to that. But I always use these arrows to show me grain direction, and so they're either going to get sanded off or they're going to get planed or joined off later. But I keep track of it, because once I determine what the direction is, because sometimes it's difficult to tell. In this case, it is difficult to tell. One side is rough, this side's really dirty, and it's got reversing grain, but I feel confident that the last time I did it and marked it, that was probably the best way that it would work. Okay, so I'm going to start here on my joiner first of all, and I'm going to take, I'm going to just see how many passes. It'll probably be 2 light passes for me to get that off of there, but I can tell just by this this pattern. This is from my bandsaw. So the last time I did this is probably when I made some other trim. And so let me put my glasses on and turn the collector on. that board was pretty straight. It cut it clean enough for what we're going to use it for in one pass. So now I'm ready to go to the bandsaw, and I'll just turn the camera here. I'm not even going to stop it. Just turn the collector back on, and just rock on. So I'm going to have to do this 3 times. I'll rip a strip off, then I'll stop, and I'll come back and I'll join you. Now let me mark my direction right now before I mess up.